Welcome to our channel. It is a humble request to subscribe to our channel to get the latest science updates. Now, in this video, we dive into carbon emissions, why they matter, and how they can be controlled by a fascinating method called carbon capture and storage. Every time we drive a car, switch on a light, or power a factory, something invisible escapes into the air. It's called carbon dioxide, or CO₂. CO₂ isn't always bad. Plants need it to survive. But too much of it? That's where the trouble begins. So what's causing the CO₂ overload? First, fossil fuels. Burning coal, oil, and gas in power plants, cars, and factories pumps massive amounts of CO₂ into the atmosphere. Second, deforestation. Trees act like natural vacuums, sucking up CO₂. Fewer trees, more CO₂ left hanging in the air. And third, industries like cement manufacturing, which quietly release huge amounts of carbon too. And what happens when CO₂ builds up? It traps heat around our planet, like wrapping Earth in a heavy blanket. The result? Global warming. Glaciers melt and sea levels rise. Heat waves, floods, and storms become stronger. Wildlife habitats shrink, and ecosystems struggle to survive. In short, climate change becomes our reality. Now, you might wonder, doesn't rain help wash CO₂ away? Well, yes and no. When rain falls, CO₂ mixes with water droplets to form a weak acid, carbonic acid. But here's the catch. Only a tiny fraction gets absorbed this way. The rest, it stays floating around, warming our planet. But scientists aren't sitting idle. Around the world, they're racing to slow down climate change. From clean energy innovations to reforestation, one fascinating idea stands out: carbon capture and storage, or CCS. So how does CCS work? Capture CO₂ from factories or power plants. Transport it safely. Pump it deep underground into rocks like sandstone or basalt. There, it's locked away, prevented from escaping back into the air. Of course, CCS has its challenges. Limited storage space, high costs, and risks like leaks or even tiny earthquakes. That's why scientists say it can help, but it can't be our only answer. The real solution is cutting down emissions in the first place. Switch to renewable energy, solar, wind, and hydro. Protect and plant forests. Use energy wisely at home, in transport, and in industries. And remember, conservation and recycling are powerful tools too. Carbon emissions are a global challenge, but science, technology, and our choices together can change the story. We caused the problem, now we can solve it. One step, one innovation, one action at a time. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and leave your valuable comments and ideas to reduce carbon and save our planet. And once again, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for updates on science.